Hi.
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 I'm just tweeting right now that today is the big Teen Titans Go Day. Today is the big Teen Titans Go Day. Hi.
How are you doing?
Pretty good, how are you?
Doing great.
I'm really enjoying this look, by the way.
Thank you so much. It's very comfortable.
Well, you know, it's awesome. It's not a look. That's just the Greg Cipes style. It's not necessarily special for Comic-Con.
Thanks for telling me I'm not special.
No, I'm saying you're special every day.
Scotty's the sweetest ever. There's not like a bad bone in this dude's body. Actually, the funny... Oh man. So, I took a picture on Wednesday when I first arrived of me jumping up in the air at like some party, and I said, I'm at the anti-gravity booth at and up until today, Sunday, he's been looking for the anti-gravity booth.
I texted him back. Like, I'm a very street smart guy. I'm not gullible at all. I texted him yesterday. I'm like, dude, where's the anti-gravity booth? He never texted me back, so I figured, all right, I guess he's busy. I'm asking people all up and down the floor. They're like, go to Hall E. They'll have the information for that truck down there. I'm looking in the camera lock. I don't see it, sir. I looked everywhere for the anti-gravity booth this morning. He tells me,
really mean.
he's like, oh, I just jumped and took a picture.
It's really mean because Tara's like, don't tell him.
No.
So is this the best practical joke so far? Somebody's playing with each other.
It wasn't even probably
I
intended.
know, but that's how the universe works. It's effortless.
It was effortless meanness.
Those are the
Yeah.
best kind of
Just because I won't be transcribing this myself, it'll go to somebody else. Could you just say your name and who you play, just for their sake? I'm Tara Strong, and
I'm Scott Menville, and I play Robin.
I'm Greg Cipes, and I play Beast Boy.
So you guys are reunited for a con. Now that the Teen Titans Go has been going for a little bit more time, are you finding a lot more of a response to the show than
Definitely.
previously?
I think people were really nervous at first that it was not going to be good because it wasn't a continuation of the last version, but I think people are they're letting us know online that they're definitely on board, and we're on board. We're having so much fun.
Yeah, actually, I met a fan for a different show that I was on a few days ago, and she came up and said, I loved the original series. I was so skeptical about this one, and I wanted to hate it. And she said, now I love it more than the original series. So I thought that was really cool.
It's just awesome. It's rad, and the ratings are also reflective of what's going on. I think many times throughout the month we're like #1 show every week or often.
How do you think the storylines in the show sort of evolved since it did first start?
I think they're braver and crazier, and
That's a good word.
We never know what
braver.
to expect. Yeah.
Yeah, they just get riskier and wackier.
like when you think you can't
Unchained.
get crazier than a meatball episode or peeing in an elevator episode, like it just keeps getting crazier.
Or a talking couch, or all the Titans dying at the end of an episode.
Which is, I think, also a beautiful formula that's been created because the show is rooted in, obviously, the original cast and the original energy of the show. So there's the roots there, but it also now is flying and free. And that's what Michael and Aaron have brought to the show. And the fact that Warner Brothers has acknowledged that and is allowing it to happen, I think it's awesome. It's rad. And it's paying off.
As actors, are you guys finding it easier going into, after you've done so many episodes, is it easier to get into the characters, or are there more challenges at this point?
Absolutely. We know these characters so well from doing 5 seasons of the original series, and now we've almost completed recording 2 seasons of this. We know these characters inside and out.
I think your job's harder in this version.
He's the hardest working dude on the show, for sure.
And you're
He's
always
so
screaming
fun.
at us.
I drink a lot of water during the sessions because they have me screaming a lot.
He's got a few episodes where he's like imitating all of us and like.
I think Robin's the funniest on the show. He trumps Beast Boy and it pisses me off. So Beast Boy's a little more angry in the show.
I think Cyborg's the funniest, but that's just me.
How much input do you have into the characters or storylines? Do you come up with ideas?
Well, this man wrote a song, an entire song that made it into an episode that aired, so that's a lot of input right there. We're allowed to improvise. The writers write these wonderful scripts, but they're not attached to any lines necessarily. So if we have one that can be better than a line they've written, they're open to it, which I think is a mark of a secure writer. They're not insecure. They're like, yeah, great, that one's better, go for it.
It is nice to be nice player on it.
Yeah.
We don't come up with, episodes per se, but we play within the episodes that they've already written.
What is it like to play the same characters years later in such a different context, in such a different tone, too?
I think we're so grateful to be all back together that we would have said, this season you're doing it standing on your head the whole time. Okay.
Yeah.
We just have so much fun together.
We're a family. We've been doing it for a long time together.
Wait a minute, that came out.
We're actually all moving into a house together next month.
We're moving into the Teen Titans Tower.
Yeah, Teen Titans Tower. It's a new reality show. Cartoon Network.
He's like,
Adult
that's
Swim.
not a bad idea. Put all the actors in the Teen Titans Tower.
But a very short tower.
Yeah.
Oh, go on.
Go ahead. There's a lot of other shows that you guys do voices on that are here this weekend. So have you found that in the last couple of years, it seems like there's a lot more attention on the actors and that you get recognized outside of your voice?
I see people dressing as Tara Strong. Tara Strong cosplay. It's amazing.
It's really amazing since the internet, and people can look up who their favorite voice actors are. Like, I think our predecessors had no idea how much childhoods they touched or how many people that they meant something to. And we have people coming over to us saying, "Oh my God, you were my childhood. Thank you for my childhood." And they walk up to us and they know us and they recognize us.
You have my child always.
And also social media. We're all pretty active on social media, and so they follow us, and we have a lot of fun at the sessions. Fondle Friday, where we take pictures of us making out. And Hinden will not participate, which is still a big challenge, but we'll get her.
Yeah.
That was hilarious that day that you.
Hinden, who plays Starfire, and Tara, who plays Raven, in real life, their personalities are switched on the Fondle Friday thing. She's more of the Raven, like, not gonna do it.
I'm like, you will make out with me today.
Can you take us into the recording booth? You all record together. Like, how long are the sessions? What's the atmosphere like in there? How often do you have to stop because you get the giggles or whatever?
That's a good question.
Our voice director is constantly yelling at Tara.
At Tara, she's yelling at both of you, dude.
Me and you.
Something that should probably take a lot less time. We knock out 2 to 3 episodes every week.
Plus pickup.
In about 4 hours.
About 4 hours.
Session, plus pickups.
Usually 2 episodes.
And it's so much fun. And we're messing around the whole time, for sure. And we do get in trouble. I'm surprised they even let us record together.
I know, I'm waiting for the
because
day.
it's happened on other shows where the cast, we mess around so much that they literally have separated us.
I'm on a show right now, a
But they
Disney
can't do
show
that.
called The 7D, The Seven Dwarfs, and that happened at the pilot. We all recorded together, and after that, it was like you'd come in and record with 1 or 2 other guys because we were just goofing off too much. But this one's fun. We get the scripts, read the scripts at home, come in, no rehearsal, and pretty much just go for it. And
I rehearse.
out in your car. But yeah, we all record together, and I was just talking about a fun episode that's coming up where the Titans go camping, and we each get to tell a ghost story. And as voice actors, it was very cool because each of us got about 3 pages of dialogue where it was only us talking. And while each actor was at the mic, the other 4 of us would sit at the couch in front of the mic and listen to these little story monologue things, which were cool.
Yeah, that was fun. You like talking.
They said I could talk
We're
about
all
it.
gonna die.
We heard a bit about that story earlier, but like each of you has a different story. Can you just tell us a bit about the stories you tell?
I can't tell that. I'm surprised they even said
I
that
can
could
give
talk
you a
about
little
it.
hint. My story is about a log.
I'll give you a hint. Your story is not scary.
Are you kidding me? Logs can be scary.
What do you think like recording together adds to the show? Because I mean, a lot of other
So much.
shows.
We all play off each other so much. And depending how someone says something can directly affect how we're going to say a line. Or like, remember one episode, like, everything you said was so crazy that it inspired me to like, okay, Crazy Pants.
Yeah.
Okay, Cracker Jack. Okay, Wacko. Okay, whatever it was. Like,
Right.
in every single... And that wasn't in the original script, but he was just so...
And that wound up being a like comedic gag with
Yeah.
your little tags, like
Yeah.
each time.
Which wouldn't have happened had I not heard him do it. So playing with a full cast is definitely beneficial, especially when we all like each other. Like, I really think it translates in the show how much we all love each other and how much fun we have, even if we get in trouble for worse things.
Are there good snacks there as well?
No,
We kind of tend to sing about snacks like waffles and stuff like that.
We get really hungry actually every session.
Because there's either fruit or like donuts. There's nothing in between.
So we are here at San Diego Comic-Con.
Go.
I was just going to say, you talked about a favorite episode that's coming up. I was wondering about that, if you guys had any favorite episodes coming up, or maybe in the ones that have filmed recently, or shown recently.
They all blur together.
I like the Lady Legacies. That was kind of fun.
Yeah, that was so good.
And I like when Raven plays with ponies. That's a little shout out to my bronies. Those are fun.
Oh, there's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover episode coming.
Yeah, and the one we're screening today, I think, is pretty funny with a little nod to her other show, My Little Pony.
Anytime you go crazy, it's funny to me.
Is there anything left that you think you would like to pitch for them to do? I mean, you guys have done such weird stuff on the show. Do you even like bother trying to guess what might be coming next?
Wouldn't it be rad if we showed up, like Scott knocks on the door, like as like us, like as humans? Yeah.
You kind of pitched that before, right?
Yeah, well, when I was working on Chowder, we had an episode where right in the middle of filming, we lost money. So suddenly they're like the voice actors in the studio, but we were ourselves like, what are we gonna do now? And then we have a car wash on top of Cartoon Network. Crazy. So maybe that'd be fun if they did an on-camera thing.
Or animators.
Or animators.
That'd be cool. Hanging out with Beast Boy.
How does it feel to be sort of part of the DC universe, but such a very different part?
I think it's fun. Because to me, the true DC universe is the original series and all the dark stuff, so this is a chance to step into an alternate reality of the DC universe and just go nuts.
Yeah, and I think we're also breaking new ground. Even the first incarnation of our show, it was kind of a new style of animation at the time. It was, and then now all the other shows copied Teen Titans, and now it's happening again where we've kind of pushed the envelope, and now we hear like, oh, we got to do our show like Teen Titans Go. So it's like, it's cool that DC and Warner Brothers and Cartoon Network are allowing the show to be as free as it is, because it's working.
Were you always, when you were told about the new direction, what went through your mind? Were you hesitant
I
yourselves?
was nervous, for sure.
I was too.
I wasn't scared.
Once we started, though, I was like, okay, this is pretty darn funny.
Yeah, I definitely would raise my hand and object sometimes. Like, guys, I don't think Robin would do this. And they're like, yes, he would on this show. Just go for it. So,
Dude, look at that, the boat just turned to the right. It's like tipping over. There's a huge Dole boat out there. You should really check it.
And how often do you get recognised for your characters then?
you mean in person or like?
Yeah, like walking
At
down the street.
Comic-Con all the time. In my daily life here and there. GameStop, they always know who I am at GameStop.
Yeah.
Or sometimes at like a grocery store, they're like, are you too strong? I think people know me too from my Vines and Twitter and stuff like that. How about you?
Definitely here at Comic-Con for sure. In real life, as voice actors, you kind of get to be Clark Kent. I have done some on-camera acting, as these guys have done too, and so a lot of times it's, hey, did we go to high school together? Do you work out at my gym? That kind of thing.
Any bizarre fan accounts?
Any what?
Bizarre fan accounts?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mostly at cons. I'd say. Sign my butt so I can get it tattooed. That's pretty bizarre.
You've had
The
that?
fans are
Yeah.
so sweet though. There's never really a problem.
Maybe you don't have a problem. Sometimes I
I
have
don't.
problems.
Well, you're a hot mama.
Most people are very positive and very cool. I find.
Are there any guest stars or anything that...
We had Will Wheaton and we had
Will Wheaton as Aqualad, Ken Michael Richardson coming back as Trigon.
Didn't Mike Tyson come on the show and do some? Wait, isn't there all these little? There's some other guest stars.
I think I would have remembered.
Yeah. I would have remembered Iron Mike.
Well, maybe I'm just wanting.
Did you dream
him to be. I met him 2 nights ago at the Warner Brothers party. It was so cool.
Bowser was really excited.
Yeah, just to shake his hand. I was like, wow, how many people he knocked out with that fist.
who else would you like to see on the show then, apart from Mike Tyson then?
I'd like to get Henry Rollins back on. He did 2 episodes in the original series as Johnny Rancid. He was such a cool guy, and if I got to hang out with him for like an hour on a big long break while they were rewriting some stuff, and I think it'd be fun to have him back to reprise his role.
I think it'd be cool to have the entire cast of Game of Thrones. Just for my own fandom. Jon Snow, Daenerys, that'd be great.
In general, are there any like elements, characters, what have you, from the original 2003 series that you would like to bring to the new one?
It'd be nice to get Slade back on.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, Ron Perlman. That'd be great to have him.
Yeah.
Anything else fans got to look forward to?
Everything. Be very excited because you never know what to expect with Teen Titans Go.
Yeah.
And that's the fun of it.
How crazy can the show get?
I think sky's the limit.
Just when we think they can't get any crazier, they'll turn in another script where someone's peeing in an elevator.
Yeah. Would you like to say meatballs the limit? I think that's
And any more songs from you?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's songs from, there's a whole bunch of songs from
It's really fun when we get to sing, actually.
Yeah.
Sometimes they let Raven kind of pop star out. Just so not Raven.
We're constantly doing new songs on the show. Yes.
I heard about waiting for the restroom toilet that's meant to be really fun.
The what?
Waiting for the restroom toilet.
Make a song about it.
Oh, waiting for it. That's a good idea.
That's coming up apparently. We just been told
Oh,
about
really?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when we record them, it takes so long before they air that sometimes when we really do
We've done
forget
100.
it.
We've done 100 so far.
Yeah. I mean, we're basically done recording season 2, and so many haven't even aired yet.
Do you watch it at home?
I do, because my kids love it and I love it, so it's funny.
It's my dad's favorite TV show. It is. He's right there. Look.
It is. I think it's the best show on the air.
It's pretty
It's the only show that I watch every single episode.
That's cool.
That's good. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.